Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Connie from The Painted Photographer, and I'm here to give you a thrift haul again today. I'm on a time crunch this week, and I'm really struggling trying to get this video done, so wish me the best. I got this table. This is a solid wood side table. I see it has markings on the bottom. I never looked at the bottom. 400 table walnut. It's a very, very good solid table. I got that for $20. That was on Marketplace. Snatched that right up. Now I'm gonna show you what I got at the thrift store. All right, I put a little video in here of what I got at the thrift store today, and I didn't grab that up. So give me one. I did pick up these candles. They were 49 cents for 7 of them. 49 cents for 7 of them. They are battery operated. What I didn't realize is they take the really small round battery. And normally I put batteries in them, but those are a little on the pricey side. So I'm going to let whomever buys them put the battery in them. And I have a little thrifted thing at the end of this video to show you how to upcycle these to be even prettier. I did get this little tin. It was 29 cents. It's just a white little tin. I do like it as is. I don't know that I'm gonna do much to it. I think I'm just going to add some greenery and put it in the booth. I got this little bird. He says, "Bless our nest." But a lot of people like little tiny things that they can put on their shelves. And it was 29 cents. And it's metal. So he's kind of heavy. He's very, very, very pretty. Then I did get this crock. I looked it up. It does say USA on the bottom. It was $3.99. Even if they put a price on the top too. Must have been worried. Even if you don't want to see this, look at that pretty crock. And you could put an IOD transfer on here or something else, and you do not have to have this look right here. Even though I don't mind that. It's kind of cottage core, don't you think? I did end up getting this tall, flat vase because I do want to try a new spring release paint inlay on a jar. So that's my plan for this one. When I can show you that, I will. It was 38 cents. And that's all I picked up from that day. So then I had to go into my own stash. Believe me, I have enough. I have this olive bucket, and it's got copper on the bottom here. It needs a new twine. It needs an update here. And it's, I'm sure, just a Hobby Lobby one. It was 98 cents. But I do like these buckets. We might rust this up a bit. I have just a plain white. It is Norman something. It's all smeared, but it does have a stamp on it. It was 78 cents. I have 3 or 4 of these white platters just on my counter in the kitchen. And I use them all the time. I put our supper on here. I am not, even though it's only Wilson and I am not a eat out of the pan kind of supper person. I have to plate our supper up. So we're having pork chops. Pork chops go on my stone platter. And they're all white. And here's another one. So I have plenty, so I'm gonna share with you. And this one is, can't read that stamp either. I'll just show you. So there's that stamp on there. It was 98 cents. It does have a little design around the outside of it. So if you're interested, look in on my website. I'll list these on my website and you can see the stamp close and personal. And then you can decide if you want these on your kitchen counter or not to serve your supper on. I do like my supper served on a platter. No pan eating for us. I don't know why. Must be my mother never let us eat out of the pan. We always had to put it in a bowl. wore off on me. I do have, this is genuine stoneware, oven-proof, made in Japan. Has that stamping on the bottom. I don't remember what I paid for this anymore. It's a scalloped stoneware dish. It does have a little imperfection right there, but it was manufactured like that. I told you I was into white dishes, white old dishes, and it's GTB, made in Italy. They got some fun crazing on the bottom. They were 18 cents each. So I got a good deal, you'll get a good deal. Check out my website to see what the deals are. Look at this, it's Pioneer Woman. A wooden paddle, 17 cents, Pioneer Woman. And you could paint on here or put a transfer on here or stick it in your spoon, in your wooden spoon holder, either which way, but it's very, very pretty. I like it as is. I'm gonna sell it as is and see if any of you are interested in this Pioneer Woman spatula. Not sure. I have this blue, it is not Fiesta ware, it's just a cobalt blue saucer. And it's got some real pretty glazing on it. It has no stamping on it. It's just a pretty cobalt blue saucer. Copper cookie cutters. I am not sure what they're supposed to be. A little train? I bet that's what it's supposed to be, a little train. And then one must be the caboose. And it's in this little holder. It's a copper holder that would be really pretty to put a transfer on. It was 38 cents. Good deal for me, good deal for you. A couple of more copper Jello molds. They got, how about if I put it the right way? They got little birds on them. One has a hanger, one does not. They were 18 cents. They are Hong Kong. This one says Hong Kong anyway. This one does not. They could be the same or they're just slightly different. So both of them will be available. Look at this. Who lives in a seaside cottage? You need this door dinger. It was $2.98, but I thought it was worth it. $2.98. It's a little door dinger. I don't live by the ocean, so this is gonna look kind of funny for me with a snowstorm going on out there, but I thought maybe it'd work for one of you. All right, just a few more items. I have a green jar. And it says water right here, it's embossed, and juice on that side, and then it's got the numbers over here. It does have some staining on the inside. It did not wash out, but it would be really pretty with some flowers in it. You decorate in green, and you like jars like me, there you go. Okay, here's a jar with a waffle print on it, and then it has a spot for a label in the front. Very, very cute. It has no markings. It has a P1173 on the bottom of it. But that waffle embossing is just beautiful, along with that plain little spot there for a label. If it doesn't sell, maybe I'll put a transfer on there. A new transfer. A sifter. Oh, this one goes like this, so you gotta turn it back and forth. But look at that old-fashioned sifter. These are pretty popular for just display, putting a plant in them. I can see what I would do is put a plant in it outside and then it have its natural drainage. And it does have the 2 cups and the 1 cup on it. And it does made in USA on the other side. Here's a octagon-y jar. Wouldn't that be pretty with some transfers on it? It has a rusted lid for the top of it. That rusted lid is perfect. And it's just got all flat sides to it. It's very, very pretty. A meat pounder. Look at that. Red handle, as is. I bought it like that. And then it does have some wording on it. I can't read it. It's like one of those where it's shiny, so you can't see it. What it says, you can see that there's some embossing in there. I'll try and get a better picture of it. But that's a meat tenderizer. That'd be cool in your kitchen decor. A lot of people look for rulers. And this is an old ruler. It's got the metal end on it, and they're just kind of fun. They do crafts with them. They put them on their desk for display, in their pencil holder. It just looks kind of vintagey, cottage core looking. 17 cents. A couple of wooden spoons. They have the circle handle or circle scoop part, and they got, this one has a little ball on the end, and this one has some embossing on the end of it. So 2 wooden spoons. I'll sell these as a set. I've had these for a while, and I do like birds. What I was thinking of doing, and I just never did it, was putting resin in there and making a mold. I was scared to do it. So, are you scared to do it? I'll give you a good deal. They were $1.99 each. And you know what? They're pretty. They'd be really good in cottage core decor on a gallery wall. They'd look at the color on them. They're so pretty. Okay, here's your guess is as good as mine. I don't know what this is. I was thinking a garlic grater, but I'm not sure. It has a flip lid, but it only goes to there. And then that is open on the bottom there. So sticking some greenery in there and hanging that on the wall would be really cute. You tell me, do you know what this is? Is it a garlic grater? I don't know how you would ever clean that sucker if it is. Your house would smell like garlic for a while. I have a sifter. A lot of kitchen decor today, huh? This is from Good Cook. It's aged, but it's not totally aged. This would be a fun one to actually do as a DIY project. So if it doesn't sell, maybe I'll make this over, and then I do plant flowers in them and put them on my patio because of the natural drainage down there. The silver gravy boat. It's $1.38. It is silver, heavy silver. Very, very tarnished, very pretty. A little saucepan, a little brown and cream saucepan. Isn't that the cutest little thing ever? Decorate in your kitchen. My neighbor puts her garlic. She hangs it in her kitchen on her wall, and then her garlic sits in here, and that's how she stores her garlic. It is cute. A potato masher, strawberry masher, whatever you want to mash. My mother had these. I don't know if they make them anymore. I don't know if anybody uses them. Look at that natural handle on there. That would be fun to have that handle painted. Should I do that? Maybe I can fit that in with this video. I'll paint that handle. 2 emerald green coffee cups. I just seen on Pinterest what to do with these coffee cups. It looks like someone had candles in them. So they're not made for drinking. They're made for decor. They do look really cute stacked. If you have green in your kitchen or some type of green accents, these would be really cute with a bird's nest in there maybe. Maybe that's what I seen. I might have seen a bird's nest. I bet that's what it was. And it was really cute. Here's a ball jar, glass lid, wire. It does have a little green tint to it. This one is mine, guys. Anything I find, a jar, and especially if it has a tint to it, I have a sweet spot for jars, and when they got a little tint to them, I'll kick out a different one if I need to, if I don't have space. Look at this pink bowl, and it was 98 cents. I'm not sure if this is what they call carnival glass. I'm pretty sure, but it looks like a cabbage. And I'm pretty sure it's carnival glass for 98 cents. So that'll be available on my website. It's really cute. All right, that's it for my thrift haul. I'll make over a couple little projects that I had and try and get this video off to you before I run out of time. If you need any of these products, you can head on over to thepaintedphotographer.com and I'll ship them right to your front door. If you're local, you can go to Foreman's Farm Home and I have all of my DIY and IOD products there for you to purchase. Thanks for watching, and until next time, happy painting. We are going to take this DIY paint in aviary and we're going to paint this potato masher. That's what my mom used to use it for. And we're going to just paint that handle in this aviary green. I really like this green. It's kind of a vintagey green and it goes really well with some of the kitchen decor. We're also going to take this olive bucket and go over top of that copper paint that's on there. It looks okay, but I just thought it needed a little bit of a refresh, a little bit of a spring, bright, fun refresh. And then we also have this sifter that we're going to take some of my leftover IOD transfers. This is from the Painterly Florals set, and we're going to put some of those on there. Now what you want to do is you want to make sure that when you have kitchen utensils that you're putting transfers on, that you wash them really clean and make sure that all the grease is off, because if there's any kitchen grease or kitchen grime on the item, it will not adhere to it. I went around the entire sifter with those cute little violet flowers, and this got a nice refresh and it looks really, really cute. I did paint that little tiny handle in the aviary green, as well as this top and bottom lip on the sifter. I thought it just needed a little something, and so I thought that was a cute way to do it. Then I took my baby wipe and I distressed my aviary back off of the handle to give it a worn look, like someone had been using this and it was this original color. I went in with the clear wax on the bottom of this olive pan, and I didn't go anywhere else on the bucket. I just did that bottom where the paint was to seal that in. And I used the dark wax, and I did the same thing with this handle and just went over with the clear wax and went over and put the dark wax on it. These two got a really fun makeover along with that sifter. I really like the way that they turned out, and the tulips in that olive bucket are perfect, and the little worn handle looks great. Here is this sifter that I just went over the bottom edge and a little bit over top of those flowers and the handle, and gave this a quick makeover of the clear wax and got everything to be nice and clean looking. And then I went in with the dark wax and I let the dark wax sit in those crevices. I did like the way that it looked like it was kind of grungy in there, like it was worn. And this, I just really like the way that this turned out. I think that it's really, really sweet. If you like any of these products, you can check them out on my paintedphotographer.com, and you can purchase them. Isn't that just the sweetest looking sifter now? The next project I have is these candles. These are wax battery operated candles. You know that they're wax because you can feel the wax on them. They feel like a wax candle. That is the kind that you want. I took my background rice paper that I sell on my website at thepaintedphotographer.com. This is the one with the birds on it, and this is the sweetest little paper, and it works good for your mixed media or any type of a project that you're working on. And this one I happen to think, oh, these birds I think would line up really well on that candle. So I went ahead and I cut down that paper to fit that candle. The candles were kind of dusty, so I dusted it with my paintbrush to get the dust out of the inside of it. I spritzed my rice paper with water to make it adhere just a little bit easier, and it actually kind of sticks on there a little bit with just the water. I took the DIY liquid patina and I put the paper onto the candle using the DIY liquid patina. Now, that's not going to stick. It's when it dries, it's going to come right off. So we're going to do a second little addition to putting this paper onto a wax candle. You could do it with a battery operated candle, or you can do it with just a one that you light with a match. It works the same way. So the only thing with if you light it with a match, you just got to be careful when it gets down to the edge that you're not going to burn that. Take the heat gun and actually melt the wax. Dry the paper, melt the wax, and it'll come through the paper. And then you want to smooth out that wax on the outside of the paper, which will adhere, like it'll make a layer over top of the paper and it'll be stuck under the wax. And you just have to take your finger. You can see when it melts a little bit. Take your finger, rub it on there. You can see that paper will not adhere. You got to melt the wax over the top of it. And then I went and smoothed it all in, making sure all of those edges were adhered. You're going to find some of that wax is going to be white and it's going to be on top of that candle, on top of that paper. Don't worry about that. We're going to fix that in a minute. See how that candle wax is turning white onto the top of the paper. You just take your heat gun and very gently just melt it back over top of the paper. And you have a fun decorative candle with my rice paper on it. Hey, it's Connie. We're coming to you this week from Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. This YouTube is later than normal, but I'll be back to my regular scheduled program as soon as we finish enjoying this view.